Bruh, I just put an hour long video about the metaverse into the notes. I'm 10 minutes in, and this shit is fucking crazy already, bruh. Beyond me, bitch. What's it looking like, people? It's your Captain Sands.
What's cracking people? It's Web D.
And this is yet another Detrimental Special. We are one half of the Detrimental Podcast. We do thank you for joining us for yet another Detrimental Special. LD and Dami G aren't here today, but maybe in the future we'll be able to meet up with them in the Metaverse. The Metaverse is what we're talking about today. The Metaverse is the topic at hand. The Metaverse is the talk of the town, the talk of the internet streets. I don't know what you even call them these days.
Like the internet,
the web, talk across the web.
Web Road.
Do they call it the net still? Do people call it the net?
Nah, bro, the net? Nah.
Well, hopefully in the future.
The
interweb? I don't know. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to meet up with Dami G and LD in the Metaverse. But today they're not able to be here. But we had to get in here and talk about Meta, the new virtual space, the virtual world that is coming sooner than we know.
Virtual economy, bro.
Virtual economy, virtual everything. So for people who, if you've been sleeping under a rock, if you don't know what Meta is essentially the new name or brand for Facebook's catalog of apps, right? So essentially it's an umbrella that Facebook falls under now. WebD and I both watched about an hour-long video, Googled a couple of other exposés to figure out what exactly we were discussing, and essentially what Meta is. And I took notes, so shout out to my notes. Shout out to Professor Close though for teaching me how to take good notes.
Yo, shouts out to Professor Close. You know, home is still at ECSU, and he is a VP, bro, of I think institutional diversity, bro. He's doing big things.
Shout out to Professor Close, Eastern Connecticut State University. So Meta is Facebook's new parent, I guess, entity, so to speak. And Meta introduces what is called the Metaverse. And it is a immersive world of apps and experiences where you can do almost anything that you can imagine. The Metaverse is the successor to the mobile internet. You'll feel like you're there and not looking through a screen. It is a embodied, immersive internet experience that creates feelings of presence. Facial expressions and body mannerisms can be seen and felt. Everyone will be able to create a 3D representation of yourself. You have a metaverse home space where you can invite people, work, and teleport to when you want, where you want, just like you're clicking on a web page. These are Mark Zuckerberg's words, FYI. Just I wrote it down. It sounds crazy, right? You'll need currency. You'll need virtual currency that you'll need to really earn, and
you'll need VC, bro.
You'll need VC. Yeah, we'll get to it. You'll definitely need VC, and we know VC ain't cheap now. So who knows what's gonna look like in the metaverse? Yeah. But the metaverse will bring about ecosystems that the WebD referenced. Like it's gonna bring about ecosystem building, norm setting, and new forms of governance. Let me say that again. The metaverse will bring about ecosystems building, norm setting, and new forms of governance.
Bro, they're trying to change how we interact with each other.
Hold on. You'll be able to project physical items into the virtual space via holograms and augmented reality. You'll be able to make things happen by thinking about them. And all of this comes under what's called Horizon. This is all called Horizon. So you have the Horizon Home. So you have your crib. You have Horizon Worlds, the most GTA. And then you have Horizon Workrooms, which is Zoom on drugs. If you're at a concert, I can join you at the concert virtually, pop up like Christmas. And you can place digital objects into the physical space through AI. in a nutshell, that is Metaverse, that is Meta, that is Horizon. Now, there's a lot to unpack. I wanted to just get that out. Go ahead, Webb.
Why didn't they just call it the Detrimental World or the Detrimental Verse?
That's what it's gonna be.
Can you?
It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be. It's. I don't
Bruh.
even.
Okay.
Like, so let's start from the beginning. First, let's start with the video. If people check it out, go on YouTube. There's an hour-long video that explains the metaverse in great detail.
Yeah.
Did you see that video?
Yeah. So So Facebook does their. It's kind of like a conference, almost similar to what Apple does with their keynote, right? Where they're like introducing new products. It's called Connect, right? Their thing is called Connect. And this was the recording of it, and they did it in a studio essentially, but trying to mimic what they're believing to be is going to be the metaverse in the future. So my reaction, Cap, to the video, man, is like, I think Mark Zuckerberg might quietly be a psychopath.
You're not wrong.
Like he can his smiles is not congruent. A counseling word on that ass. It's not congruent with his like other body language, right? Like you could tell when the camera moves away, his affect just completely drops.
He might be an android, low key. Like, he really might be. He might be a robot, bro. He might be a computer. I don't know.
Might be from Westworld, bro.
Yeah.
Did you watch Westworld?
I did watch Westworld. Low key, I wanted to go to Westworld. Low key, I wanted to go to Westworld.
I didn't want to tell the people what you want to do in Westworld. You a wild boy. You crazy mom. You crazy.
But I do want to go to Westworld.
So that the video, he's another story. I almost like. He's a
robot. Like, he was acting like you could tell everybody was reading a teleprompter. They're all doing this with their hands and trying to be very like it's all extra. None of it was natural. It was hilarious.
Scripted. They probably had rehearsals. Mark Zuckerberg's probably like yelling at people like, "Yo, do this." I think
he did a good job.
Yeah, they did a good job of kind of describing it all and doing it out there. I think whoever their people are in PR and public relations and communications and marketing, they earned their money.
For real.
They earned their money.
Yeah, like shout out to whoever wrote that script because
I'm hoping it's somebody of color, like a BIPOC person, because they definitely in the very big could be there. There were bars. They did a lot of talking about inclusion, equity, and stuff like that. So that was a really cool part of it. Another thing that I wanted to make note of was really, man, I think the hardest part about the whole thing is just it was like real life Jetsons, like home like a phone call pops up, Cap. Oh yeah, hold up, yeah, boom, just like clicked it in midair,
like a movie.
I don't get it. I'm scared.
So let's start from the top, right? So let's start from the top. First of all, Mark Zuckerberg is a robot. He's an android. It's Westworld. It's official.
Something is like he's got a GPU chip.
He created the metaverse is it is an immersive world of apps and experience where you can do almost anything you can imagine. That's Westworld. How long till people start steezing in the metaverse? Keep it real.
How long till people start murking people in the metaverse? You know what I'm saying? Is it considered homicide if I kill you in the metaverse?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I feel like
I know that's super dark on it, but like we got shit like the Purge. I mean, we talked about it on the pod. We got shit like the Purge out there. No, it's all. Granted, it's like a TV, a movie, and it's cinematic, but we got people who are out here with that are snapped, bro.
But that might be also like. You would hope that would just essentially be like a game mode, like a GTA. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like the fact that you mentioned that, I don't want to jump ahead just yet, but they are going to be putting out GTA on virtual reality, bro. Did you get to that part in the video? Well,
did.
Mark Zuckerberg said they're going to be putting out GTA San Andreas on virtual reality. Mark Zuckerberg himself said, and I quote, he said, "I always said, hold on. He said, it's one of the greatest games ever." Mark Zuckerberg says San Andreas is one of the greatest games ever. It bothers me a little bit.
Granted, it is one of the
It
best
bothers me a
games.
little bit. But Mark
It does.
Zuckerberg
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg.
playing a game where they're calling each other Mark ass, Buster ass niggas, like,
Yeah, I don't know, Mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he ain't lying. It is. I mean, like, obviously we can go
I
on
will play
tangents
San
all day.
Andreas on virtual reality,
I would play San
100%.
Andreas back on the original PlayStation 2 or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Xbox, regular
But they're
Xbox, whatever.
enhancing it and making it virtual reality.
Now that's gonna be kind of
So
nuts. I mean, and all the thing, and if those who play video games know all the things you can do, and you can get neck in San Andreas, bro. Like, so like it's a little detrimental. I mean, like, cause
well,
I don't know. So
it's it's
so many
it's
things.
it's
Parental,
less it is less San Andreas and more GTA 5 combined with 2K, because you can also you basically create an avatar. You create a 3D representation of yourself. You create a unique character. So it's like it's more realistic than San Andreas. You know what I mean? It's like it's my player. I'll let you know right now. My Metaverse, my player will be 6'5", 230, and I'm going to call him Meta World Peace. Like it's only right.
no, I mean, I respect it. Like the thing I like too that he talked about was like, um, you could have a fun avatar, then you could have an avatar that's specifically for work. Like my work avatar is gonna be the flyest work avatar on the metaverse.
Are you going to give your avatar hair?
I might like
What kind though? You got like a Chris, like a fade, like a Caesar? Or you coming through with like dreads or something like that?
he might have like the freaking little, what is that shit? The kid
You
in
could do
play,
whatever you want.
kid in
You about to have a
play.
mullet. You about to have a mullet.
I might have a mullet too.
The Gumby.
A mullet, but of an afro though. An
If you
afro.
don't Now, if you don't give your metaverse person a Gumby, I'm gonna be mad.
A Gumby, yo, like I'm not gonna lie, like that was the hairstyle I always wanted. I just could never get my fro to like be that full and compact. I mean, it's a hard look to pull off. It's hard.
My hair is too nappy. It stopped growing after a certain point,
It's
unfortunately.
or just you just stop getting the extension you need. To
Yeah.
like, but anyways, folks. So I mean,
But okay, so another thing. So the metaverse, it creates feelings of presence. So like you can quite literally teleport into your friends' virtual spaces and like feel like you're there chilling with your friends. Like I'll be able to babysit Elena virtually in the metaverse, because you know what I mean. Like you're supposed to feel like no longer are you right, because this is like Facebook times 25, right, times a million. So it's like no longer are you commenting on somebody's status. I'm gonna teleport to your spot and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it.
yeah,
Pop up like,
I'm
yo,
popping
pop up
up.
like,
Yeah,
yo, I like that, and then dip off. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna feel like I'm there.
I mean, bro, like, and they're saying that they want to do all this within 10 years. Not in my wildest dreams that I think that we would even be seriously considering this stuff in 2021 to maybe 2031, right? Like if you're looking at a 10 year span. I mean, like the whole like the thing I like is when he was like, or when they were like, oh, your friends at a concert and you call them or they whatever, and they just like, oh, you want to pop up to come to Rolling Loud?
Yo, that's
You,
dope.
that is really dope. But I bet you popping up even in a hologram is not going to be cheap. You still got to pay for that.
Is that absolutely right? Yo, I've been thinking about this for a few years now. Like I forget when it popped up. I think it was when like those Oculus things came out. I feel like at one point you were able to like I don't know, they had like a virtual seat, right? Where you can like watch it through virtual reality. It happened at one point a few years ago where you could basically watch the game through virtual reality. And I'm like, yo, eventually they're going to start selling tickets to where it's like they're going to have a couple virtual reality spots in the stadium that you pay tickets to see. You put your virtual reality John on with your headphones and you sit there like you in the concert. Like you could sit courtside at an NBA game because it's virtual reality.
Bro. And you know something?
It's crazy, but it's
been testing it out for years, bro.
Exactly. Bro, they have been testing it out for years.
They've been dropping us. They've been prepping. They've been doing little eggs. All those games that they, I used to think my relatives who be playing like Candy Crush and inviting me to that dumb shit was like, what are y'all doing on here? Like, get out of here. I don't want to play like Catch the Frog or whatever or
Candy Crush is fun. Candy Crush is fun.
I've never played it, but
Candy Crush is fun.
I don't doubt it, right? But the Facebook Marketplace, Messenger, WhatsApp, right? Like WhatsApp, you could talk to anybody across the world, regardless of your freaking phone plan, whatever. And now it's just obviously they had a strategic plan. You just didn't know that it was like that. I'm not saying diabolical because I'm hoping that it's not. Which we could talk about that, like the privacy of all that. Like how do you? Like they're making it very difficult for us to have and live separate lives or compartmentalized lives. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think
my work life, my work life, my family life, my friend life, my other extracurricular things that I do, right? And everything is in one place. And I think they mentioned that in the video about how, the privacy of all that and not having to use your personal Facebook to log
for your work profile thing
stuff or whatever it is something they're working on. But I'm saying to myself, figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like companies that figured out single sign on without having to expose you to other stuff, right? So I don't know, man.
So you think that this is it's creating less opportunity to separate your different aspects of your life? I think it's creating even more opportunity for you to just create worlds outside of your actual life. You know what I mean? Like I think the opposite. I don't want to jump ahead. I want to get to like just like the social, like the real physical social ramifications of this shit. But I think the opposite. But I agree with what you're saying as far as like the whole work and social profile. But unfortunately, this shit is bigger than that. But they definitely been prepping us for this. Like, you know what I mean? Like we haven't used cash in years. Like currency has been almost virtual for the most part for 10 years now. Like since we got debit, that's almost virtual for the most part. You know what I mean? Now we tap in and now there's Bitcoin, which we'll get to. Nobody talks on the phone. We've been living on Zoom. So it's like, it's not going to be long before cats are getting caught jerking it on the metaverse. Like cats getting caught jerking it on Zoom, they're getting caught jerking it on the metaverse.
Could you imagine? Yeah. I was going to say this at the beginning. I was trying to save it, but could you imagine Lubin Tubin? Could you imagine
in the metaverse? He gonna be banned. He gonna be banned. He could be like on Black. He gonna be like on Black Mirror where they blur him out. You seen that Black Mirror episode where you just blur it out?
They should actually have like a virtual reality jail. Like if you be messing up in the metaverse, there should be metaverse court, metaverse penitentiary.
They might though. You might have to do time. Like again, that's another Black Mirror episode. Like remember that episode? No, for real. This is Black Mirror too. Like. I don't think these people were in jail, but remember that Black Mirror episode? One of the first ones with the black home from Get Out, where they lived in this virtual space where all they had to do was bike all day in order to gain coins, in order to like watch TV or some shit like that, or like not see ads. Like they had to just watch ads and ride bikes all day in order to just get points so that they could watch TV and then earn points to try out for this competition to get out into the real world. You don't remember the episode with the black dude from Get Out?
No.
Yo, you have to watch that episode. It is essentially the metaverse jail where you need to spend your time in this virtual spot and then do something grand to get out back into the world. Like, you didn't see that episode of Black Mirror? Yo, put your mic away, go upstairs, go to bed. It's over. You're wilding. But because this is Black Mirror, like in a nutshell, like they've been showing us what we think. They've been showing us what they want us to think is fiction. In real life, they've been showing us the future.
Message.
Basically.
Like,
I mean,
That's
yo,
a bar.
I mean, that is a bar. I mean, but the crazy shit is though, bro. Is like I feel like Facebook. It's unfortunate that this news comes out amid all the other like scandalous stuff they got going on
Very true.
in the news, right? Because very like my worry is like y'all, you know, you already have tremendous issues with the algorithm, right? That are causing a lot of things to go wrong. The platform of Facebook itself is flawed, and then you also have like you got whistleblowers, you got people going and speaking to Congress, right, and whistleblowing the hell out of your business, right, airing out all the dirty laundry, and
It's
then you come
crazy
out
that
with something that is
yeah.
like 10 times larger than Facebook.
It's kind of weird. Like it's like a smack in the face. In the midst of all this, all right, wow, here's this. Shut this one down. Feel me? Like you would surprise. It
Yeah,
is
well,
kind of
exactly.
weird.
Well, I mean, like, and like,
Not weird, but it's suspicious and
it's odd that you would do
it's
that. Like
odd.
the timing was off.
Yeah, the timing of it is
You know what
completely
I'm saying?
off.
But like, we'll get to that. I mean, so yeah. I mean, so what were some of the other areas that we missed as far as
Um,
the highlights that Mark talked
let me
about?
see. Oh, so the piece that I had to make sure I wrote down verbatim because it kind of bugged me out a little bit was that the metaverse will bring about ecosystems building, norm setting, and new forms of governance. So like basically I could be the president of the metaverse, basically.
I,
Like
mm,
if I wanted to.
they
Like if
they
I
wouldn't
got enough
you
Bitcoin,
wouldn't be a
enough
president.
money, I could be like that man in the
I mean,
metaverse.
like, I mean, but
Would
what
you
would
rather
you?
be a virtual millionaire or would you rather like Cats is gonna want to be one of where they'll be living virtual life of a virtual millionaire rather than living in the real world.
You
Like
know what?
it's just like Ready Player One. You seen Ready Player One?
I haven't, but I understand the kind of the concept. I mean, my thing is this, bro, is like what I worry the most about is like digital life is great. I love my electronics, but I like them to be in their place because I want to be able to go outside and do my thing.
Right.
I'm concerned. I know that like yeah, this is the beginning, but it's almost like we're on this trajectory of being more and more um, separated from the outside world.
Yeah, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. We are gonna get to that. Like that's the biggest piece I think for us at the age we are at, and to have seen social media go where it's gone. That's the biggest thing for us. But I want to hold it for a little while longer, while we still unpack the rest of this metaverse. Because there's one piece that I do think is kind of cool. The the workrooms piece where you can like attend like your meetings virtually or like they show some junk where it's like from the movie The Kingsman, the spy movie, where you just put these glasses on and you can see
Yeah,
everybody sitting in the room. Like I think that is pretty dope.
that's
That's the
pretty
one
dope.
piece of the metaverse I'm around for.
You know, I mean, did you see the part where they were working with Kodak to be able to enhance the so basically like you might start off like some regular old cartoony looking avatar,
Right.
and then they're gonna try to progress it to the point where like you can be like almost a exact replica of who you are.
Bruh. Once the metaverse turns 4K, I'm in there. Like right now
Bruh,
is
it's gonna be like 8 or 12K. It's not
bro,
like
right,
4K
bruh, right
is
now it's very cartoony looking. You know what I'm saying? Looks like a Nintendo Wii. But once that junk, yo, I'm gonna be in there chilling, chilling. Don't like where's the first place? So all right, so that's what we know about the metaverse. What is it that
wait,
we
no,
want to
no.
know?
So go back to. I mean, it's kind of like is a kind of a segue into, but we talked about like this governance piece,
Mm,
right? So what we know about the metaverse, social media, and like this, like just digital life, is we need our 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 elected leaders to do something about this, right? Like I feel like a lot of them are just kind of, I don't know, like I'm not gonna say lackadaisical or just I'm gonna just use a real casual term and say they're chilling on this shit.
Well, what do you want me to do? What are you worried will happen?
They need to regulate social media. They need to regulate how they can do, how they can pull their information, their data, how they use it, um, how they manipulate um, the 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 algorithmic um, you know types and all that kind of stuff like that. Because I feel like the more and more digital we get, the more of our personal lives are there, and the more because we all are already fairly um, easily persuadable, and from that Netflix documentary that talked about how they're trying to change your behavior, they're doing that, right? I have never looked at Poshmark a day in my life. But I'm
Poshmark?
on the Facebook Marketplace. I'm looking for a lens for my camera. Poshmark pops up. I go to Poshmark, look at some of the stuff. Now I'm looking at Gucci shoes and all this other kind of crap that I'm never
I never
looking
heard of
for.
Poshmark before.
It's
That's your
just,
algorithm. Your algorithm different from mine, bro. I don't know about no
I don't even
Poshmark.
want to know what y'all. The people don't even. Anyways,
For
but
me, it's just been hella like hats and hoodies. That's what I've been searching for
yeah.
these
So
days.
like it's
Hoodie
just that
season. You know
stupid
what I mean?
kind of stuff. So it's like trying to change your behavior, and so as we get into this metaverse, it's really concerning that um, they're trying to provide an alternate reality of life.
Oh, absolutely. People are let's all right, let's just get to it. People are going to 100% begin to feel an extreme disconnect from reality because they already do. We've seen it. We are fortunate enough to be the generation that has seen technology grow. Up to this point, we've grown with technology pretty well as far as like our ability to use it and understand it, right? But um, we've also seen what it's done to people socially and mentally, and it's the like you said, Facebook's in court right now for just all of the wrong and all of the just dark things that social media and Facebook has caused. Um, so we know that we're literally getting deeper into it. We're going into a metaverse, a virtual space now to spend your time, to spend your day, to spend your currency, like your real life currency, and people are going to lose touch even more so, man.
Yeah. So I mean, like um, I feel like people are going to lose touch. Um, we already so like what I want to know is what is the. I mean, obviously, so the question is one. There's two questions here. It's about people harming themselves or harming others, right? Doing some kind of harm, right? Will Meta be responsible for what happens in that space? You know what I'm saying? Like, um, kid gets bullied, a person gets cyber bullied, a person gets, whatever, or they mentioned like we're trying to find ways to protect your avatar so somebody else doesn't get a hold of it. Like, right, they can't hack it and be Mylan Sands for a couple
I didn't
hours.
get to that part. I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
they talked about that, and it was like,
Shit.
I'm like, wait a second. So, like, you mean to tell me somebody could go into my work space,
Somebody gonna commit manslaughter with my avatar? Huh?
manslaughter, or go open there and tell my supervisor bump you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And then
That's
I
kind
mean,
of crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. That's crazy though. That's actually pretty. Yo,
so,
wow. I didn't get that far. I fell asleep. I did.
my thing is like, I feel like they need to do a better job of, you know, before they get into, because like I feel like they're gonna get super into developing products and apps and all this other, these ecosystems and these incubators for small business
Well,
owners. And
that's what they need. Yeah, that they're pop up shops and all that
you
shit
know what I'm
now in the
saying? They need
virtual
to
space.
figure out the privacy safety and get that shit locked down. as best as they
I
can.
don't know, man. It's. I don't want to make such a. I don't want to say lock it down, like lock it down, but it's definitely shit is changing, man. Like I think you either get with it or you get left behind. Like I said, we've been fortunate enough to be a generation that's grown with technology. We've seen where it's come, we've seen where it's gone, we've seen what it's done. But how long until we're the old cat, you know what I mean? Who like
Bro, we already
who
though. Okay,
who
let's
who
just
texting, who gotta look at his phone real close to text. You know what I mean? Like how long until we don't know what we're doing? Like I feel like that brings me to currency. They talked about, they want you to really be able to, I guess, benefit from this virtual space. Like they basically want you to be able to, you can make money here, is what they're saying,
yeah,
right? So like we were talking about this in our group chat the other day, but like just the concepts of Bitcoins and NFTs now. Like for the longest time, I have been questioning like what I really just didn't get it. I couldn't wrap my head around it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Couldn't wrap my head around like why do I need a virtual currency? I didn't get it. I seen a few things here and there, but for the most part, it's just social media what I'm seeing through. Nobody's actually like sat me down, explained it to me, made me understand it, right? But now, just with this, it's making a lot more sense to me. Like whoever has been ahead of the game with this virtual currency space, they're going to be ahead of the game VC wise. You know what I mean? Like we're
oh,
going to
for
be
sure.
we're going to be buying VC at a much higher cost than the people who already been in here with it. You know what I mean? Buying NFTs for their virtual home space.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like somebody got the memo long before us. So
yeah.
it's like it's
Well,
scary. It has negative ramifications, but in some ways, I do feel like if you don't get on it and get involved in it, you will. I feel like there could even be negative ramifications from that. You know what I'm
for
saying? As
sure,
far as
for
like the
sure.
ability to succeed socially and financially.
And so, like, you say that, but then you also got to think. You also got to kind of also mention that you have, you know, we already have tremendous inequities in our American
Mm-hmm.
society.
Mm-hmm.
You look at other countries and across the globe, the inequity, the achievement gap, the economic, socio-economic gap between the rich and the poor and everybody in the freaking middle is so vast. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
This metaverse, I mean, like just off the rip, those Oculus VR glasses, I had looked them up. They're like $200 to $400, bro. Like that's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like in 2021, you would think mostly everybody should have a fucking laptop, right? But I can tell you right now, like where I'm from, even if the laptop is $50, that's still a lot of money,
True.
right?
You ain't wrong.
$50, you can
You're
eat
not
$50.
wrong.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so like
You hit the library for the computer, man. Yeah.
exactly hit the library for the computer. Because if you're not using the computer for work or school constantly, why do you need that, right? And so
Right.
I think we have those communities that are like that. So I hope they find a way to bring the price point down on those things,
Yeah.
or give, or you know what I'm saying, find a way to give that stuff to those communities.
Yeah. Eventually that'll be the cheap stuff though, because I'm waiting for him to come out with the I've never been able to get into virtual reality. Like I tried it once, but it's just like I can't escape the fact that I'm sitting in the middle of the mall. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I'm not there. Like I have not been able to like really immerse myself because that junk man bulky on your face and like
yeah, like
you know what I
nobody.
mean? So like I don't know. I feel like eventually like the junk with the workroom thing is gonna be just like a pair of glasses, I feel like eventually. You're talking about the Google goggles the glasses you could put on and you know what I mean, see stuff in your physical space. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like eventually once we get to that, then yeah, those Oculuses and those that'll be the old tech. That's like for to be honest, like the Oculus and the virtual reality face masks they have now are like the brick phone of,
Yeah,
of, of this
yeah,
of this virtual reality space. Like Elena, this is Elena's rotary phone, bitch.
yeah.
That's the rotary phone
That's
for
this is
Elena,
Elena's
bitch.
rotary phone, bro.
Rotary phone, bro.
Yo, my mom used to have a
Yo,
blue rotary phone, bro. It
son,
was
the rotary.
I don't remember how to use them shit. But like, let me tell you something. So like, the other thing too that I think they mentioned, like they've already developed it with Ray-Ban.
Mm-hmm.
So like they have these what they're calling smart glasses with Ray-Ban, using like a Ray-Ban style. It has a camera on, I want to say, the left
Mm-hmm.
eye, and it's
It's
designed
got
so that
TLC.
like you can record stories from your, you know what I'm saying, from your viewpoint. So like you already got people already walking around with the James Bond kind of spy glasses, recording shit.
Bro, you haven't seen Black Mirror, have you?
No, I don't listen. Black Mirror. Black Mirror. I started watching one of the episodes. I'm like, this is creepy. It is.
But
It's creepy.
yes, Black Mirror is creepy. But Black Mirror, had you watched Black Mirror 5 years ago, you'd be prepared for this. Black Mirror legit was about this. Black Mirror literally, like, it was about this. It was about the dangers of getting too advanced with technology. Like, it was fictionalized. Like I said, they've been showing what they want you to think is fiction, but what they really been showing you is the future, bruh. Black Mirror is exactly what's happening right now. There was an episode just like that, except the only difference was it was something in your actual eye that just recorded your life that you could rewind and delete from like your memory and shit like that.
Yikes. Nah.
2031, but it's gonna be in your eye. It's gonna be in your eye. 2031.
Yeah, contacts, bro. I'm like, here are these contacts.
Exactly.
That's nuts.
Exactly. Yo.
I mean, my thing is like, you know, the other thing too. I'm gonna go back to the note real quick. My notes real quick. So, I feel like, man, like he kept using the word teleport, and I almost wanted to say like, yo, could you imagine teleporting while you want?
Is there any other way to teleport? Is my response. But my follow-up question to that is, where's the first place you're gonna teleport to in the metaverse?
It's kind of detrimental.
Now I gotta know. I don't know how detrimental is it. I'll edit it out if it's that bad.
I mean, you know, I'm teleporting to Rihanna's house, bro.
Oh, okay, I respect it.
I'm teleporting to Rihanna's house.
Oh wait, no, wrong button. My bad. Hold up, my bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's mad at you for that.
I'm about to be in Rihanna's spot with the freaking like Jamaican colored like holy muscle shirt, tank top, the whole nine, bro.
She gonna
singing,
need you to
hey,
roll,
Mr. DJ.
She gonna need you to roll her law for her, and she's not gonna be around because you're not gonna be able to do it. She's gonna need you to roll her
in the
law.
metaverse,
In the metaverse, you might be able to roll her law.
I bought that skill. In the metaverse, I leveled up.
You got that badge? I
got that badge in the metaverse.
Bro, what's your metaverse badges looking like, bro? What kind of badges you gonna need in the metaverse?
Can you imagine how much it's gonna cost, or how many hours you got to put in to get a Hall of Fame badge in the metaverse?
Yo, you could actually they said you could play, like they showed the example of people playing basketball in the metaverse. Real life my play. You're gonna have people. We already have people who spend 24 hours on 2K, bruh.
Yo, but like
we already have people who spend their entire day. The little kids with the black skin. Feel me? If you're a 2K player, you know the black tattoo trend. People who spend 20 plus hours on 2K, you know they're in a multiverse, sleeping in a multiverse. People are gonna wake up, eat, sleep in a multiverse, bro. In the metaverse. Excuse me. I'm thinking of the Flash.
Talk about like how
Marvel,
how detrimental it was gonna be for the youth them. Yo, kids never going to school.
Bro. They're not going outside. They're not going to school. They're gonna be in class in the metaverse. They're gonna have Horizon Classroom, bro.
How they gonna eat?
They're gonna have to make them take mandatory take your goggles off breaks to eat. They're gonna have to make them do that in school because they're gonna be, bro. They're gonna, son.
I mean, yeah. So
they already have these virtual conferences and stuff like that. Like I'm going to a conference next week that's a fully virtual, like it's not virtual reality glasses, but it's like a virtual, like I make an avatar, all that junk called Afrotech. Like, you like make an avatar and all that stuff, and you walk around and you interact with stuff and you could talk to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's happening in a real big way already. Like I said, when it turns 4K, I'm in there. I'm in there early when it turns 4K. But
listen,
I don't know, man. It's scary. There's promise, but there's also a lot of uncertainty. It's something funny though that I kind of wanted to read for you. I took a picture of it. Their disclaimer at the beginning of the video, before the video started, their disclaimer is pretty funny. It says, hold on. It says the following presentation includes forward-looking statements about future business plans and expectations. Actual results may differ materially than those expressed or implied in our forward-looking statements. Forward-looking statements involve substantial risks and uncertainties related to our business. Like, we're talking kind of crazy. If this crazy shit happen, we don't really know if it's going to happen the way we say it's going to happen, but shit is going to happen. Basically, it's what they said. At the beginning of the video, son, go back and watch the video. It's at the beginning. It's at the very bottom in all tiny words. I was like, hold on, what does that say? Forward-thinking statements? I paused it, rewound it, and took a panoramic shot of the junk so I can capture the whole thing on the screen. Bruh.
They basically was like, we know this shit is detrimental.
Yo.
We know that this is like a dereliction of duty to just overall the morality of society, but we trying to get this bread, or we trying to be trillionaires. So we about to fuck y'all whole shit up. Yo. That's basically what they said.
Basically, yo. So like, listen, bro, I'm gonna see you in I'm gonna see you in Horizon, bro. I'm gonna see you in the Metaverse.
No, bro.
6'5" meta world peace, bro. No. Will the Metaverse bring about world peace?
No.
Or are you gonna be, bro? Imagine having the virtual reality junk on, your first person, and doing all of the things that you do in GTA 5.
I'd be wild on GTA 5.
Like, I've always said, remember we used to start playing, I was like, yo, I could see people spending their day here, bro. Yo, like, you could literally spend your day here, and you can run errands and do jobs and
bro,
go to the strippy.
I told my niece,
go to the casino, club.
Bro, I told my niece's boyfriend, get on GTA 5 and I'm gonna bother you. Like, now I feel bad, like, cause we used to get in GTA. Danger, LD. When Dami G got on GTA 5 for the first time, we mercifully bodied him.
Murked him for like an hour.
He had no weapons. Just body him.
Bruh, the wealth gap, son. The wealth gap in the Metaverse is going to be crazy, son. The wealth gap is out of control. The cats with Bitcoin is bodying us as soon as we step in the Metaverse.
Yo, did Dami G's son jump on the GTA 5 and we ain't know it was him? We was bodying him?
Maybe. I think so.
Like,
I think
wrong.
so.
Like,
listen, man.
Yeah.
That's what they gotta have a game mode for that, but like I hope you can't body nobody else's like actual character and like spend time.
Metaverse
jail.
But I'm not trying to get bodied by some like 8-year-old little girl.
But you will. Was you with us that night? We were getting bodied by this girl for like an hour? And she wouldn't leave us alone for like an hour. She bodied us for an hour.
Maya Kiki, bro.
Maya Kiki. Maya Kiki, if you listen to we hate you. You ruined Grand Theft Auto for us that night. She literally followed us around the whole night and just bodied us mercilessly. And we couldn't do nothing about it. It was crazy. That's what the Metaverse is going to be like. Protect your neck. Watch your virtual back because they out to get you. Feel me?
Bruh,
they're out to get you.
Out to get you. So like, I don't know if we want to kind of get to a kind of a wrap up piece.
I think we're wrapping up. Yeah, bro. I'll see you in the Metaverse, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll see you in the Metaverse. And basically. Listen.
Next pod will be coming to you live from the Metaverse. Feel me?
Oh, we hope so, bro. Or I'm just trying to let people know. Don't be like Lubin Tubin and don't jerk it in the Metaverse. Just saying, bro. Could you imagine? Yo.
Like, follow, subscribe. You know the vibe. It's the Detrimental Podcast. Another Detrimental Special. Shit is meta.
Shit is so meta, bro.
Don't get caught jerking it in the Metaverse is insane. But Cat's gonna be slamming and jamming in the Metaverse. See, these are callbacks if you're a long time Detrimental fan.
Slamming and jamming.
But we up out of here, yo. We up out of here, bro. Web D, I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna check you on Horizon B.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, shit.